Hello, good evening and welcome to highlights of the 2018 Betfred World Snooker Championship. Pivotal day here at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield with quarter-final places up for grabs. And we start with a tight match between Ricky Walden and Judd Trump. 8 apiece at the end of the second session. Ricky took the first frame of the third and final session to make it 9-8. So let's show you what happens in frame 18. Walden is on a break of 42. Commentary from Alan McManus and Dennis Taylor.
Last time Ricky was 2 frames in front, was at 6-4. Be a good time to open up a 2-frame advantage again.
Well,
it's brought the black into play, but it's left himself awkward now. Might not even have been attempting to bring the black into play. He might have been playing around on a red there because he could have scored enough with the pink and blue.
Yeah, he was just trying to swing it round the corner. And they need the black in the open, actually. The lead he's got at present. And he's going to have to get to work here. He's trying to figure out some way of playing this red as a half shot to nothing. It's that it's that tough a pot, actually, that he won't play it unless it's the only red he can leave. And if he doesn't play it, he'll be just pushing a red to the side cushion. All he's thinking about here is the value in playing the shot. Is there any value in it?
Ricky Walden,
got away with that. He's fortunate, really. Took a long time over that, and then he went for a very, very difficult pot there. And he didn't get away with it. The only consolation was the blue went awkward, but I think that was a bit ambitious, the one that Ricky took on there. He could have tried to put a red safe and kept a good, safe cue ball.
Six. $13. 14. 21. 22.
Ricky Walden be made to pay? Probably not at this visit, but further down the line in this frame. There's no need to play it.
$29.
Snooker's an attacking game. But sometimes the wise man displays caution and fools rush in.
$31.
Yeah, I mentioned that red wouldn't pot, and what a clever shot that is. But little bit of pressure on this one. Bit unlucky just to push it past the pocket there. Oh. It wobbled a few times. But I mentioned earlier that Ricky, when he took that very difficult red on, he did knock the blue into an awkward spot.
39.
Is that going to come to his rescue?
40.
And the one good thing about this for Judd Trump with the blue as it is, if he gets nice on the green, he's almost guaranteed a good angle just to drop behind it off brown.
46.
This is the key shot here. Nice on the green, and you fancy him to make this. Oh, that's not good.
48.
He can still play on the brown, but he's going to be a little more hopeful of being nice on it.
Is awesome. Only needs the
55.
blue. What a clearance this has been, Alan.
Yes, he's had to have a change of plan in mid-clearance, and don't you just love it when a plan comes together?
60.
Hasty shot selection from Ricky Walden, and Judd Trump makes a sparkling clearance to level again. It's 9-all.
There is simply nothing between these two players, or is there? Back to the next frame, there's no score.
Might have to play this with a little bit of side, which makes the pot more difficult. No, he played it with the side and didn't judge it, and he's stuck the red up. Had to play it with lots of left-hand side there to not cannon into the reds.
1.
And I think that last frame is a massive turning point in this match. It really is, because Ricky was on his way to opening a 2-frame advantage. This was the shot. I think if he just does that, sends the red away, leaves the white there, everything's safe, and suddenly he decided to have a go at
7.
that. Couldn't believe it.
8.
Yes, going back to that shot, I've often called this the modern game. A lot of frames are one-shot frames. Everything out there happens in a moment. The vast majority of them are forgettable. But that perhaps wasn't a moment. That shot was an occasion by Ricky Walden, and will he be made to pay for it further down the line? You can't help feeling
14.
the pressure he's feeling right now is self-inflicted.
$15.
Tough little pink. This is a timing shot. These are difficult. Tell you a lot about how a player's cueing. Oh, great shot. That is a cracker.
I'm just wondering if winning that last frame has given Judd quite a boost, because he wasn't expecting the chance.
22. $28. Yeah, sure.
I think he got a
29.
slight kick there, but it didn't affect the shot. He's nicely on the pink. He'll just concentrate on the pink now, and if he has to move from the pink, he's got the blue on its spot. Black's doesn't really matter about the black at the moment.
Thanks.
See all these little stun and screw shots, the cue ball travelling no further than 18
35.
inches, 2 feet.
36.
Yeah, just half a little wins here. You're going to have to play a couple
42.
of cushions here to get back in nice position, Judd Trump.
43.
Yeah, that's not absolutely perfect. He's a bit straight for comfort in this pink. The red above the black goes, so he's still fine. Obviously he wants to deal with this situation by scoring, but he knows in the back of his mind
49.
that perhaps he could deal a hammer blow to Ricky Walden's.
50.
And this time he's perfect on the pink. Well, Ricky will feel that this frame is gone, because these two reds are perfectly placed for a couple more pinks.
56. $57.
Yeah, he's kept terrific control of the cue ball in this break. And it's only taken him just over 5 minutes for it.
63.
So just the pink needed.
64.
And it hasn't taken him long to clinch the frame. Well, he's not perfectly on this red. It'll only go to the left middle pocket. Blues stopping the route to the corner. So not just over yet,
Judd
this
Trump,
frame.
70.
So Judd takes the lead for the first time since the very start of the match and took the next to open up a 2-frame advantage with a break of 66. Into frame 21, Walden to play. He's 30 points behind.
And the black's not guaranteed to be on, so now where's the cue ball going to finish if he takes this pot on? Can he find a gap? He flipped the black, but got a terrific pot. He had to get that because he wasn't sure where the cue ball was going, but superb pot under pressure. Made sure of that, didn't play it with any reverse side. Had to make sure of potting the brown. Left himself a bit further from this red, but should be okay. Oh, he's overcut it, would you believe it? That is now
Ricky Walden,
pressure. That's not a lack of concentration. It's just the state of the match. How costly is that miss on that red going to be?
Seven. Eight.
Yes, I wonder how much, if any, Ricky Walden was on the practice table at the interval, deep in his thoughts there in his chair. Because the 2 frames before the interval, he barely potted a ball. A good initial red. He's possibly his arm has just gone cold for the minute.
And Judd Trump just switching hands there, knocking that pink in, right-handed.
15. $21. 22.
And he's played this nicely. He's going to drop perfectly on this red. Wow, a few more
28.
inches, he would have been perfect. But he's 53 in front. If he can pot the red and the pink, Ricky will need a snooker. Right-handed again, rather than getting all the extended rest and the extension on his cue. It's not a natural position there to switch hands.
Yeah, we don't have the half putt anymore out there. I don't know if there's enough furniture for Trump to get something out and reach that, but well done with the right hand. So just this pink then, and Judd Trump, you feel, will be one away from victory. Looking back a few frames, how big was that shot that Ricky Walden played and Judd went on to make the 66 finish?
You know, I was just thinking the same thing, Alan. The whole match turned on his head when he decided to go for that very difficult red
35.
when it looked like he was going to win the second frame in this session. This was the one again. He just had a little rush of blood, and when someone like Stephen Hendry, who attacked everything on the table, said it was the wrong shot, I think it was.
36.
Doesn't matter about the pink.
36 enough.
Ricky stays in his seat, concedes the frame, and all of a sudden Judd Trump leads by 12-9. He just needs one frame for a place in the quarter-final.
Oh, Ricky, what have you done? So, as Dennis says, Judd Trump needs just one more frame to book his place in the last 8.
And he's found the gap between the brown and green, so he's going to be nicely on a colour. It's an early opportunity for Judd Trump. I mentioned in the first session, the played that going back to Judd Trump, and it looked like he was going to be world champion in 2011. I never ever seen potting like it in my life at the Crucible Theatre that year. He was awesome. He potted some unbelievable balls, and only just faltered to John Higgins, who played brilliant to beat him 18-15.
I'll leave a longer chip.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. When he's in his pomp, Judd Trump, his potting is unbelievable. He pots balls better than your granny makes soup.
Well, he took his glove off because there's a delicate little spotting of the pink required there. Marcel Egghardt from Germany, and you see, with the glove on, it could slip there, so that's the reason he's removed it. Steady as a rock.
Yes, he really has turned into a top-class referee, Marcel. Good authority as well at the table. Now, back to the serious
11.
business. What does Judd Trump do here? A couple of loose reds. How does he promote something from the pack?
It's not a good pack to go into from the black,
18.
looking at the way the reds are. But with the
19.
loose red there, maybe this is the time to try and develop them. But there's no shortage of cue power if he does play that, but he's not playing it this time. He might just decide to go up for the blue because it's a better pack to go into from the blue, but he's come up a bit short here. Might have to go for a
26.
ball colour now.
Yeah, thinking the exact same thing, Den. This is not easy to control top side of blue. Potted it in the thin side as well,
27.
and so the consequence of that, he's lost the cue ball. This is a thin one, but it looks the only way into the pack.
He's been a bit unlucky, but it was a good shot to
32.
cannon the bunch from that angle, as you see it from that picture there, how thin a cut it was. Oh, it'll just go, this one. And somehow
33.
it wobbles its way into the pocket. He's won 4 frames in a row, Ricky Walden.
36.
Well, Judd, I should
37.
say, has won 4 frames in a row, and he's looking for that frame, and look at the way he's opened the reds up. He's already 37 in front. And Ricky Walden, well, will he get back to the table?
He'd love to finish in a red, not the one that's over the left corner. He'd love to finish in something else and keep that for later.
39.
Well, that's tight, so he might have to take the one that's over the pocket one. He's looking at the possibility of holding for the black. You have to be careful he didn't snooker himself.
Yeah, it looks to be the only saving grace for Ricky Walden here. If Judd doesn't land on this black, is he coming back for blue? Yeah, I think that was a sensible way to go about it. And this long blue into the corner, yeah, I fancy him strongly for this. Pressure on it though.
That is absolutely brilliant. Worth another look
45.
right right in the centre of the pocket, perfect on the red,
46.
and every chance that Ricky Walden has played his last shot in this year's Betfred World Championship, the way these are sitting. He has got stronger, and he's gone right up to 94%.
53.
Ricky Walden opened the door and he stepped right through it. That's, for this session, 94% pot success rate.
54.
Yes, and it's looking increasingly likely we're going to see a repeat of that 2011 World Championship final, because the winner of this match faces John Higgins.
What a mouth-watering prospect that's going to be. That starts tomorrow afternoon. That will be
61.
some match.
62.
Because the frame and match is safe now. He's had 3 centuries in this match against Ricky Walden. Is he going to finish
69.
in style and finish with 1?
70.
We've had 54 centuries so far in the tournament this year. 86 is the
77.
record.
'84.
Judd made 70 centuries last season.
85.
72 this season. I'm counting. This tricky red.
90.
I'll give him a chance. It's there.
91.
And watch this next shot to get on the yellow with the reverse side. Just watch the cue power here. In fact, he's ran it round, but oh, the cannon on the pink might spoil the century.
98.
Oh, brilliant from Judd Trump. Absolutely brilliant. What a way to close the match out. And a little bit of exhibition stuff now. What a green that was.
103.
Surely he can't pot the brown. That equals his highest break in this year's tournament. Doesn't matter about the brown.
103.
Ricky Walden looked good at the start of this session, but Judd Trump finished up awesome to make a century break and close the match out. 13 frames to 9. He goes through to the quarter-final. Well played, boys.
Well, tough game again. I think at 9-8 it was kind of his to lose, and he went for a bit of a strange shot choice, and it kind of spurred me on. That did. I made a good clearance, and then from then on found some confidence.
None of us played great, to be honest, throughout the game. I was struggling to get any rhythm, couldn't get in the balls, couldn't get scoring. But I was trying hard, give everything I could, and it wasn't good enough.
I didn't feel like I played that bad throughout the whole game. I felt it was a bit, the balls went a bit scrappy at times. I just couldn't get in front. I think every time I sort of seen the lead, that was it then. I missed an easy ball. So pleased how I came out today. I think I felt a lot better than I have in all my other sessions so far.
Judd Trump taking on John Higgins in the quarterfinals. What a match that promises to be. OK, let's turn our attention to two-time champion Mark Williams taking on Robert Milkins. When we left it overnight, 10-6, the Welshman led Milkins. We're going to show you what happens very early on in the first frame of the evening. Commentary from John Virgo and Ken Doherty.
He could take on thinking it's a shot for nothing. Only the red he's playing could he leave. Just a fraction out. But that's what this game's all about. Fractions.
He's so good at that particular shot, Mark
One.
Williams. Just playing it in, dead weight. One of the few players who rolls the ball so much, John. I mean, a lot of players like to stun it, seem to have a bit more control, but he tends to roll a lot of balls. He's just so much confidence.
Yeah, you find a lot of players when they're playing ball slowly, they decelerate. But he doesn't. He always pushes that cue through when he's at the top of his game. Went through a period a few years ago where even he admitted that he was a has-been, as Rob Walker introduced him. But he's found something.
6.
And that class of '92, which he was a member of, along with John Higgins and Ronnie O'Sullivan, have certainly carried the torch for snooker over those years.
Yeah, absolutely. And still carrying it. John Higgins already into the quarterfinals, and Mark Williams having one of his best seasons of his career.
14.
Won in Northern Ireland before Christmas, then won in Germany after Christmas. Won the 6 Reds, of course, as well. And back up to provisionally number 8 in the world.
Cued that one beautifully.
21.
The run round of 2 cushions. Could go wrong, but look at that, inch perfect.
22.
No, just a little bit lapsed there. Should have had a better angle on this black. Having to stun on and off the top cushion. And that's what caused the mistake. He should have been better on the black, and now he's not good on the red. So, bit of work to do.
29.
43 points to lead.
Yeah.
30.
That's a shot again where he just, the confidence he has in playing that type of shot. Just rolling it in and holding it perfectly for the black. Great shot. Got great control. I just watched the connection off the
30.
second red. Beautifully judged.
$38.
It hasn't been a match that's been littered with big breaks. There's only 87 being the highest for Mark Williams, but I'm sure he'd like to score a bit heavier. There you see it, 87 for Mark Williams, 74 from Robert Milkins. Nicely on the green, and being a left-hander, of course, this red into the green pocket is nice and handy as well, although he has overrun that slightly. A little shake of the head, he's not happy with that. He's still okay.
41.
Yeah, just looking for, well, you would say red, brown, red, blue. But it's a little bit more awkward now. He's using the extension. No heroics.
Thanks.
Now, if
42.
he pots the green, he'll go 59 points in front with 59 remaining. Pot the brown, go 60 in front with 59 remaining. So surely it's the brown. Is he playing the green? Well, he thought the green was unmissable, but the thing is now, he needs another red. Strange choice for me, that.
45.
Because at the moment, Robert Milkins can tie.
Great pot.
46.
Just look at where the cue ball landed. Should he have missed it? A very, very clever player, Marky. Plays a lot of those type of shots. Obviously, Johnny was very confident dropping the green in. I knew he needed another red, but very confident in that type of shot. He's on the black into the centre pocket. This looks pretty good. Great shot.
Yeah, and it just shows you this frame was all turned around. Robert
53.
Milkins had 2 reds to that right middle, which at the time we thought, well, the only red he could leave was the one he
54.
was playing, and it turned out that way. And the second time, it's put him in his seat, and he stayed there ever since. Is there any such thing as a shot for nothing? You wonder.
60. 61.
But apart from 1 or 2 just lapse positional shots, he looks to be cueing beautifully, does Mark Williams. And as we always say, it's a long 17 days here at
67.
the Crucible, and you need to build up your confidence by playing well. And if you
68.
can take this type of form through to the quarter-final, he'll be a match for anybody.
Yeah, break goes to 74. So with the 6 remaining colours, he could get his highest break of the match.
74.
101 possibly on. And how timely is this? I'm sure
76.
he'd like to, if he goes on to win this match, we'll finish it off in style with some good breaks. Just sets a little marker out for the next match.
79.
There's still a long way to go, of course.
Yeah, some great quarter-final matchups. In it goes. Just a little bit short of pace on the blue, so he's going to have to come on and off the top cushion.
88.
Oh, and played that absolutely to the inch. Already had 56 centuries in this year's Betfred World Championship.
94.
Surely this is number 57. Superb from Mark Williams, and that was just the start he needed. And he will really be feeling good in himself. He's got the arena to himself, packed audience. He treats them to a century in the first frame. And now he's just 2 frames away from that coveted quarter-final place. He leads 11-6.
Wonderful work from Williams. Well, Milkins then took the next frame to make it 11-7. Williams takes frame 19, so 1 more needed to set up a clash with Ali Carter. Back to Ken and John.
Nice kiss on the brown, and he'll be on blue to right centre. He'll also be on the brown into the corner pocket as well, but excellent pot. Played with a trace aside.
And of course, that's one of the great strengths of Mark Williams, his long potting, and also it puts pressure
6.
on his opponent. Whenever he plays safe, you're always worried if you leave anything that's pottable.
7.
This man can pot it, as he proved there. Now this isn't a great chance at the moment. Black off its spot at the other end of the table. Pink tied up at the moment.
12.
He's just thinking, there's 2 reds that are available to the right corner. The right-hand one, he can pot quite comfortably, but the left-hand one, in potting it, he'll bring the pink into play. More difficult pot, but this could develop the pink. And he certainly has done, and he won't mind being on the blue like this, well within his
13.
range.
Yeah, being a left-hander as well, and being so tall, he can reach this quite easily. Just done it in and leave the red just below the blue. Looking quite ominous now for Robert Milkins in this year's World Championship. There's a resigned look
18.
on his face as he slumps in his chair. Mark Williams is in fantastic form this evening. Probably the best he's played in the match so far. Looks very, very sharp.
19.
Wanted to stun run through, but not that far. Mind, sometimes with that little extension on it, does give you a different feel with the cue. And has underhit that slightly. And normally you'd be able to
25.
stretch over to play this, but that black being near the cushion is a problem. Well, he can just avoid it.
$26.
He'll do well to win the frame at this visit now. Pink on the side cushion, black on the side cushion.
Yeah, dead straight on the blue as well. So we can only screw the cue ball back into the line where the cue ball is now. Try and get as close to this red into the bottom left-hand corner pocket. Just wondering, will he hold the spot here? Yeah, trying to hold the spot. Quite clever that, because the blue now, of course, goes on the highest spot available, which is the black, and it makes the position when potting this red to get on
31.
the blue a lot easier.
Thanks.
An excellent pot with the rest.
32.
And that's nice, because of course the blue now goes back on its own spot.
37. $38.
I'm looking for the angle now on the blue, and he's got it. Just to play the cannon into the 5 reds in the middle of the table. Oh, he's caught them wrong. Where's the cue ball? Well, he won't be happy with that. He should have caught those
43.
reds full in the face, in the middle. So what looked a difficult task to win the frame at this visit has just got a little bit harder.
Good pot. And he's nicely on the brown.
44.
May need one more little cannon into those 4 reds. A big target. Should be on something. Perfect.
Yes, he's okay. A bit thinner on this red
48.
than he would like, but he's looking for red colour red for frame and match. Used to be introduced as the Welsh potting machine. Well,
49.
he's certainly proving that nickname isn't unfounded here. It was hard to visualise him winning, and once again, not for the first time this evening. 67 ahead,
54.
67 remaining. Just the red needed.
It's been an amazing break, hasn't it? I mean, he's been up and down the table a few times. He's pulled out some great pots. It looked like he was breaking down a few times, but just keeps making some wonderful pots to keep the break going.
In it goes. And that was the key shot, I think, Ken, the one you mentioned, where he potted along blue and held a spot. Not many would have thought of that.
Yeah, it was very clever, wasn't it? He's got so much experience. But he's looked a lot sharper tonight than he has done in the whole match, and that will send out a signal
60.
to his next opponent, who will be, of course, Ali Carter in the quarterfinals. That is going to be a cracking match. Ali Carter in great form too.
61.
Yeah, so it'll be nice to round off this match with another century, but whenever he misses,
66.
Robert Milkins will shake his hand.
And a word for Robert Milkins. He's had
67.
a fantastic win against Neil Robertson. And although he didn't play as well in this match, he's a fantastic player. He's really thrilled the Crucible audience over the last 7 days. And he'll be back as well, no doubt.
72.
Yeah, his race is run. He's picking up his extension.
Thank you.
And that's it. He's going to shake Mark Williams' hand. And Mark Williams, a tremendous performance. Robert Milkins could never really compete in any session. And Mark Williams will be really looking forward to that quarter-final encounter with Ali Carter. He's through to the semi-final comfortably by 13 frames to 7.
I mean, a little bit disappointed with myself. I let the conditions, the bouncing of the cushions get to me in the first couple of sessions. I just couldn't control the speed they were coming off, and you know, I was getting frustrated in my chair and going out of position. He was just flying off 2 or 3 times quicker than he was going on, and I not normally get on with it, but for some reason I just let it get to me. And tonight I was determined to go out, and if I have a massive bounce, it puts me out of position, just forget it and carry on. And I done that tonight, but I should have been doing that the whole match really.
Mark's playing really well at the moment, but he probably weren't at his best in the first 2 sessions, but obviously this evening he showed, you know, he's one of the favourites. The way he was cueing it was, well, pleasure to watch really. He was cueing it lovely.
I'm looking forward to playing Ali, and you know, perhaps I might have to walk back to my chair sideways a couple of times just in case he gives me a little dig or something, but I'm sure we'll be fine.
And what a story if Mark Williams can go on and win the championship. Meanwhile, Ding Junhui needed just over 10 minutes to see off the challenge of Scotland's Anthony McGill, winning that one crucial frame, which means he is through to the quarterfinals. In fact, let's take a look at the last 8, and what a lineup we have. Mark Allen takes on Kyron Wilson. That's a repeat of January's Masters final. John Higgins, Judd Trump, a rerun of the 2011 Crucible final. Ding Junhui against Barry Hawkins, and it's Mark Williams taking on Ali Carter. What a mouth-watering lineup we have. We're back at 10 o'clock in the morning, live here with our first quarter-final, Ding Junhui against Barry Hawkins, and we'll keep you right up to date with the other quarter-final, which gets underway in the morning, Kyron Wilson, Mark Allen. We shall see you in the morning. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Snooker Extra follows this programme. Bye for now.